So, Kathleen, in previous conversations that you and I have had, you've mentioned that the CHRO job is probably the best one in the company. Why is that?
So I think it's the best job in the corporation except for one, and that's the CEO. So the CEO and the CHRO have a unique position within the organization. It's very lonely. There's no one you can talk to. Most times you can talk to your CEO and confide in him, but sometimes not always. So while it's the best job, it's also the loneliest job. And I liken it, Tom, to the impact. The reason why this is the best job is because of the impact. As Martha Reeves and the Vandellas once said, and I think they were talking about HR when they were talking about us, there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. So you are responsible for all the decisions that you make throughout the organization. And it's not only the business decisions, it's the people decisions. I like to akin our role to the best paid social worker in an organization. There really is an employee advocacy that is important to this role that also, it has to be balanced with the best needs of the business. And, I always like to say it's a bit like a jump ball, it's the needs of the business first, but you got to look very closely to what's the needs of the employees. So that's why I think it's the best job. Like you just said, it's not only looking into the future to be a futurist and talk about it, but it's also what's happening in the present. And it's also relying on history so that we know what has happened historically and in past industrial revolutions to help guide us. So that's why I think it's the best job. It's not for the faint-hearted. You got to have your full left brain, right brain. It involves math. It involves feeling. It involves psychology, it involves law, it involves, compensation, but it also involves heart. And there's very few jobs in any organization that has that wingspan.